If you were curious about this ice cool body hair removal cream, well, I was curious too. This is a battle I've had since I was a teenager. I don't know if you remember how foul that hair removal cream that we used to use back in the day smelled. I can still remember how that smelled, but this is not that. This has a nice, cool, minty smell. It's made with coconut oil, so it's actually very pleasant. It does not have that hard chemical smell at all. I tried it on a few different areas, and I have a couple things I want to tell you about it. First of all, I will reassure you that it does work, but I found there are a couple different tips I want to share with you. Once with something like this, you do want to read the directions carefully, and I took the time to do that. It says to clean the area first, which I did. I used a warm washcloth, and then I let it dry. And then it says wait 5 to 10 minutes, and you know, that's a big difference between 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And because it was my first time, I used it for 5 minutes the first time, and I really didn't see that much of a result, a little bit. So I tried it again for 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you here in a minute, if you'll stick with me, that it really did work on some coarse hair that I have on my thigh area. And so, but the one tip I wanted to tell you is it says when you remove the cream to use the little scraper. Now, I would not have thought of that until I read the directions. Typically, I just would have wiped it off with the warm washcloth I already used. So on the first time, the 5-minute time, I wiped it off with a washcloth, and it worked a little bit. But the second time, I left it on for 10 minutes, and as the directions said, I took the cream off with the little scraper that comes with it, and that is what made the difference. So I did want to share that little tip with you. It really does work. It doesn't hurt. It always recommends, and I agree, do a little patch test first to make sure that it agrees with you. But I found it very pleasant, very smooth, so much better than a razor and a razor burn. And I believe it does last longer than shaving with a razor. So here in Southern California, it's summertime and it's pool time. And so I'm going to be using this probably a couple different times a week, and I want to thank the brand for sending it to me. So I'm going to make it part of my routine. Typically what I do is I wash my hair twice a week, and before I do that, I put a hair mask on. So I'm going to add this to my routine, put my hair mask on, use my cream, set a timer for 10 minutes, remove this, remove my hair mask by taking a shower, and then I'm good to go, right? So we know about combining all the beauty steps, but again, this is a very nice way to remove unwanted hair. You just want to carefully follow the directions, and again, use the little scraper tool as the directions say, and I think you'll be as happy as I've been with the result.